All right, so we will get started today on your back. You're gonna take your feet together, let your knees fall wide, and then lower yourself down onto your back. You can let your hands hang down by your hips, palms up, palms down, your choice. Or you can take one hand to your stomach, one hand to your chest. Just find a comfortable position to begin in. You're welcome to close your eyes here. Start to focus on your breath. Not necessarily making it do anything, but just focusing on it, noticing how it moves within the body. If you're new to deep stretch, this is a very slow practice. So we will get into a pose and we will hang out there for a few minutes at a time, typically about 3 minutes, maybe more, maybe less, depending on what stretch we're doing. But your job is to get into the pose and relax as much as you can. And that's going to sound a lot simpler than it is sometimes. But listen to your body. If anything is painful, then come out of it, find a new way to come into that position. But if you're just feeling uncomfortable, your job is to breathe through it, try to focus on other parts of your body that you can relax. And the benefits of that stretch are going to come the more you relax. And there's not necessarily a right or wrong way always to express these poses. So once you get there, move whatever you need to move to get the best out of that stretch. Myself to sleep. No, that was not me. I was only had nowhere to go. I heard you moved on, found a brand new family, and changed your memory. Don't miss you like you're dead. Find a way to grieve you. 'Cause I need to try and start again. From here, I want you to take your feet, place them flat to the floor. Starting with your right leg, take your right leg extended straight up to the ceiling. You can take your hands out wide, but keep the shoulders square to the floor. You're going to drop that right foot to the left side of your body, letting the hips roll and that bottom knee drop, taking that foot as far as you can. Readjust the shoulders if you need, so that both of them are touching the ground. And take your eye gaze to the opposite side of your foot. So as we're moving through these poses, you can use your breath to further the stretch. And we do that through breathing in. You always lengthen on the breath in. You always relax on the breath out. So every time you exhale, try to find something that's stretching or some other part of the body to relax a little bit more. You're going to tuck that top leg in, roll the knees back through center. We're just going to switch sides. Take a second, reset. Extend the left foot up to the ceiling. Let the left foot fall over to the right side. Letting the hips roll, the knees fall. Reset the shoulders. And again, take that eye gaze to the opposite side of the foot. Typically, it takes about 90 seconds to get your body to relax or to get those muscles to respond to the stretch. So if you notice about 90 seconds in that you make it go a little further, always feel free to further that stretch. Wiggle yourself a little more, whatever it is. Tuck the top leg in. Pull both knees up into the chest. Give them a nice big hug in. Tuck the chin. And then give me a couple rocks. Make your way up to a seated position. Turn and face you. We are going to go into a forward fold. So extend both legs out in front of you. If you want them directly beside each other, you're welcome to. You can also take them up to about hip width apart. Totally your choice. But then I want you to kind of shift the pelvis. So you're going to basically take your butt cheek, pull it back so that your hips aren't just sitting forward. And we'll take a deep breath in to lift the chest. Then you're just going to slowly make your way forward, walking those arms. What I want you to focus on is that hinge point at the hips. So keep hinging from the hips, keeping that back flat as long as you can. So it won't matter so much if your chest gets down, as long as you are pushing your low back towards your thighs. You're gonna feel that stretch right through your hamstrings on the backside. And this is gonna be a better example of that breath in to lengthen and that breath out to relax. So while you're here, as your body is getting used to the stretch, as you breathe in to lift the chest, pull the shoulders back, exhale, push the chest down, keeping that back flat. Do your best to relax. Try to relax your quads. Typically mine clench automatically from stretching the hamstrings. So once you get to that furthest point that you're at right now, relax the tops of the legs. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Shake out the legs if you need. We're gonna come into a lotus position, so cross the legs. Lowest option is gonna be with your legs just crossed. We'll start with whichever leg, well, let's do right leg in front, actually. Right leg in front, so this will be level 1. If you have the space and you can mod it up, you're gonna go to level 2, foot comes to the calf, flexing those toes towards your shins. If you have more space, you're welcome to go all the way up level 3, foot to the knee, but try to get those knees back down square to the ground. From here, we're just gonna take a deep breath. Lift the chest, press down slightly on the knees. Today we're going to take a slightly active stretch for this one, and I want you to start by lifting the chest a little bit more. Exhale, walk the hands out as far as you can. Take a few seconds here. But what you're going to end up doing is walking the hands side to side. So you're going to keep the knees down. From here, you're just going to lightly walk those hands all the way over to one side, dropping your chest over the knee. Take a deep breath. And then you'll exhale, you'll walk your hands back through. And you're just going to go side to side, walking from knee to knee with that chest. Every time you get over the knee, take a deep breath in, exhale, push forward more. You should, for that stretch, move from hip to hip as your hands walk around. With each lap you take, try to reach a little further with the fingertips. Make your way back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin, relax down. And then take a deep breath in, lift the chest. We're going to switch sides. So you're just going to take that opposite foot in front or on top. Choose whichever level you're going for. Pull the toes in. Deep breath in, slight press down on the knees. That felt really good on my hip. This one hip over here is just like screaming. All good things though. Again, take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, walk the hands forward. As far as you can go to start with. Take a second, take some deep breaths in. You may notice a difference between the two sides. That is normal. Most of the time, both sides don't match. So work with what you got. And then we'll start to walk side to side. Walk those hands as far to one side as you can, dropping the chest over the knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, lengthen over that knee, and then begin to walk opposite side. No need to move quickly here. Work within the space of the hips, one little bit at a time. Walk your hands back through center, take a deep breath in, drop the chest, tuck the chin. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Slowly extend the legs out. Shake them out if you need, and then take the legs as wide apart as you can. We're going into a wide leg forward fold. Same thing that we did with the forward fold before. Lift up and tip the hips forward. So just try and create that tilt in the pelvis just where you're sitting. That's going to help you stretch the inner thighs a little bit more. We're going to start by reaching over to one side at a time. So take your left hand, reach over to your right foot. Get a little stretch to the side body. Open up the shoulders. So take this top arm, pull it up and back. And then take a deep breath in, lift the chest up. We'll just switch sides. Reach up with the right arm over towards the left toes. Roll the top shoulder back. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. And now we're going to work our way right down the middle. So we'll take the kind of same approach we did before with the hips. So take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, walk the hands as far out as you can. Take a couple breaths here, push the chest forward. You can relax the feet here. And then just like we did before, you're going to walk your hands in an arc side to side. So just pick a side, keep your chest as low as you can, walk those hands right to the inside of that foot. Breathe in to lengthen, exhale to reach. And then slowly walk yourself back across. Go one more to each side and then make your way back to the center. Find a resting position. And then again here, tuck the chin, drop the chest. Same thing here, try to relax the quads, the tops of the legs, don't let them clench. Take a deep breath in to lift the chest, walk the hands back in. Bring the legs together. Shake them out if you need, and then roll over onto your knees and your hands. We're gonna move into the hip flexors for a minute, and then we'll move a little more upper body. So you're gonna take your right foot, step outside of your right hand. And then shift the hips forward so that your hips are in front of your back knee. If you need to, you can walk the foot up some more, find that space. Just take a second here. You should feel this on the front of your left hip, right in your hip flexor. And from here, bring your right hand to your right knee and lift the chest. We're just gonna rest on that front leg. Keep the weight forward. You're wanting the hips to feel like they're falling towards the ground.
Birds take time, renew it, but I can shake this thing. Can't spend my time on every.
From here, you can bring the opposite hand back down to the ground. We're gonna add a quad stretch. So you're gonna lift that back foot, grab it with the opposite hand if you can. If you can't go this way, you can try the opposite hand. If not, just hold that foot up in the back. But continue to press those hips forward so you get that stretch to your quads in the front of your left thigh. This may be a very intense stretch for you. Quads tend to be pretty tight.
is it mean? All these small things, they gather round me, gather round me. Is it all so very bad? I can't say. All these small things, they gather round me, gather round me.
Slowly release the foot down. Step your front foot back, we'll switch sides. Left foot up to the hands this time. Press the hips forward. Take a few breaths here to settle. Bring that left hand up to your left knee. Work your way up, resting on that front thigh, dropping the hips still.
I can't say. All these small things, they gather up, they gather up. I can't say my love.
Bring that opposite hand back down, adding in that quad stretch. Lift the back foot. And again, continue pressing those hips forward. Slowly release the foot. Step your front foot back. Quick shake of the legs. You're gonna take the knees apart, toes together, sit the hips back to child's pose. And then wiggle the chest in between the thighs, extend the arms long, and drop the forehead to the floor. Deep breath in, roll forward, and then lower yourself down to your stomach. Moving into some shoulder and upper back stretches, a little bit of chest. You're going to start by taking your left hand directly in front of you. So reach it straight out. I'll back up a little for you. Reach that arm straight out. You're going to lift up. Take your right hand, weave it underneath your chest, and then walk those fingertips as far across as you can. It looks like this on the opposite side. Walk the fingers out. Roll the shoulder over. You're going to try to get that right under your chest as best you can. If you have the space, you're going to tuck your toes and then push forward. That'll give you a little extra space. If you have somewhere to rest your head, you're welcome to use it, or try to get your forehead to the ground. Think about pressing your left armpit towards the ground. Slowly lift up. We're going to switch sides. Opposite hand forward. We have the left arm underneath. Go back down. This time roll your right armpit towards the ground.
There's something I don't recognize. See the cage call. I said, come on in. I will not open myself up this way. Then I face to the soul. No, my teeth to the sand. I will not lay like this for days now. You will not see me fall. See me struggle to stand. To be acknowledged by some touch from his arms. You see the cage you call. I said, come on in. I will not open myself up this way.
So we release. And our last stretch we'll do on each side. You're going to take your left arm first. Take it out to the side, 90 degrees of the elbow. So just like this. Elbow down, palm flat to the ground. So left arm out. You're going to roll your right shoulder away from the ground. So you feel that stretch in your chest and your shoulder. You need to see it from the other side. It's like this. Is a burning that it makes the fire burn. All that I know as a Cajun thing, just a killer come call from small refrigerator. And then roll back to your center. We're just going to switch sides. Opposite foot out. Roll the shoulder back. And I can kill you with my bare hands.
of who will live. Their ocean song as of white pool. See no one alone.
Slowly release. Roll back onto your stomach. Take a second, let your hands hang down by your hips.
Let them go home. Let that spill right through the phone.
And then nice and easily, I want you to make your way over onto your back. We're gonna finish with Shavasana. So find a comfortable position to lie in. Feel free to use a pillow or a blanket or anything that you've got around. But find a place where you can relieve all tension. Let your body relax. Close your eyes. Once you've settled a position, begin to focus on your breath. Deep breaths into the nose. Slow breaths out of the nose. With each out breath, try to relax the body a little bit more. Let it get heavy. Let your body give in to gravity. Feel it pulling you into the floor. Try to be aware of that sensation, of that force. Relax your shoulders. Relax your forehead. Release your jaw. Relax your fingers and your hips. Let the knees and the toes fall wide. And then work on slowing the breath. Deeper inhale. Slower exhale. You may even want to focus on that split second in between the in-breath and the out-breath where everything stops. Maybe make that last just a little bit longer before you let that breath go. And just enjoy the next couple minutes, and we'll come back together at the end. Slowly open your eyes and begin to make some small movements. Stretch anything that you need to stretch. Do so at your own pace. No rush. And as you're ready, we'll all meet each other in a seated position. So that was deep stretch. I'm Jeremiah. If you have questions or anything, let me know. If not, y'all have a great rest of your night, and I will see you all next time. Namaste.
Thank you.